Hey everybody, come on in. My name is Liz. This is the Crafty Queens page, and we are going to finish up our little house today. I'll put all this on one side. I was kind of trying to get some metal pieces that I thought would go. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm gonna blow this off over here. Oh gosh, there goes half my pieces. Y'all listen, I can't even with myself. I think maybe it was only one piece. That's all I see in here. All right, let me pull up comments so I can see good. I hope everybody's having a good week. It's almost Friday. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna finish this little bad boy up today. I need to leave this out because I want to get more of this color. I'm loving the light blue lately. Loving it. Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? No. Refresh. Okay. Let me make sure I have all my pieces and parts now that I just threw that across the room. And let's see here. What is this? What is this? That's a roof to something. I think this. Okay. We're actually doing pretty darn good, I think. Oh, here we are. All right, guys, let me find us so I can see comments. I hope everybody's having a good week. Come on in. We're going to finish up our little house. It's going to be precious. Good morning, Shannon. How are you, girl? How you doing? Okay, so I was trying to get some of this off, which is how I got myself in this mess. There we go. I'll just brush it off with a paintbrush that I need to wash. Okay. I'm doing good, girl. How are you? Getting my water in. Getting my water in. It was like 85 and sunny here yesterday, which after all the rain we've had, I was like, yes, please. But I did drink a lot of water. Okay, y'all. So we are going to finish up our little cute house. It's got some additions and subtractions and stuff that goes with it. And we're going to finish it up today. I think the first thing I need to do is grab this little tool here, this Hardell. It's a rotary tool, kind of like a Dremel. And I think I need to put something on here. Let me see. I think I need to sand a little bit around these edges because what I really like about like the scrap wood or driftwood houses, hi Denise, how are you, girl? Is that they look rustic and old, and so I want to just kind of sand the edges a little bit. You could use a sand sponge or a gator, maybe two. I think this might be faster though. I was gonna take it outside and do my orbital sander, but I wanted to do it with you guys, so I'm trying to do it with you guys. Okay, let's see. I'm still getting used to this, so don't be laughing if I'm messing this up. Put that right there with my other one. Ooh, nobody go anywhere. Let's see. Okay. Whoa, that's on there pretty good. Okay. Denise. Really sorry I'm late. I'll go back and watch the replay for the beginning. No problem, Reggie. We just started. You're like 30 seconds late. I'll give you your pink slip after class. Hold on. There we go. Is this on? I don't know. I feel like it's good. Okay. I'm still learning this tool, so calm down. All right, so we got that, right? Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, y'all. Stuff is gonna... So sorry. So sorry. Okay. So, now that we have that going on, are we good? Are we back? Are we here? I think we're good. All right. So we've got this little house here that we started the other day. It's got some additions and stuff. I want to put this on, and I want to sand around the edges in a few spots, okay? Okay. I'm gonna see. Okay. I'm gonna try not to fog myself up here, but it's easier said than done. Yeah, I'm already fogging up. I need these on this. I need them to make a dust mask that you can wear with your glasses. How do people do this with safety goggles? I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's what we're going with. That's what you get. You don't throw a fit. Okay, then we're going to turn this on, and I'm just going to go, like I said, around the edges to kind of rough and scuff this up, okay? And it has a little light here. And see, here's the difference. I just went around this little edge right here, and this is the edge I have not gone around. So that's the difference. Just gonna age it up, or take the paint back a little bit. And we have some joint or plaster stuff on here. I'm trying to be a little rough with it. I'll show you what I mean. So you could make it very smooth, but I'm trying to be a little bit rough to make it look more rugged and worn. And I'm gonna, this side is a little clean, so I'm gonna kind of mess it up a little bit. Okay, so there we've got all that. It'll come out a little better too when we add the antique wax. I think it'll stand out a bit more. If you don't want to sand or don't have anything to sand with, there are ways that you can slow your painting down and do it as well. Give it the same type of look. We'll have to do something like that. There we go. So that's the back of the, oh, hold on, I haven't done up here. Just trying to be kind of haphazard here. Okay. You could do this as much or as little as you like it. So, there's the back of the house. It really does. Hello, Miss Kelsey. How are you, girl? I know, I've been trying to get up. Hi, Sandra, diddle girl. I've been trying to get up at 6 with the husband all summer. There's been 2 days I have not. One day I slept till like 8:30. One day I slept till 7. And, but I'm trying to make sure I do it so that I can have some peace and quiet in the dagnab morning. Get some things done, get my day rolling. All that good gravy. Okay. Okay, so we're just making it look crazy. I think I went around this whole thing. Excuse me. And then, if I can get my projects together closer to 8:30, I'm trying to do that. Ooh, don't get your nail, y'all. This ain't no nail salon now. I'm trying to do that so that, because the kids are usually still sleeping. I'm wearing these kids out. Let me tell you, we have been to the creek, everything. So this obviously will take off some of your paint and plaster stuff, but I think once we add the wax, it'll look sexy, you know what I mean? Hello, Miss Mary. Hi, Miss Donna. How are you, girl? How you doing? So like I said, I wanted to do this house because I think these are beautiful, A. And B, I wanted to get really used... Hold on, I need to stand right here. There's like a little piece of wood right there. I want to get really used to using this tool, because we can do so much more with this once we're comfortable with it. Okay. Now, what do? I think I'm gonna do this side. And then I'll turn it over this side. And I don't try to put a lot of pressure because you can hear it kind of squalling when you do. Okay, then I'm just gonna try to kind of rough up the door a little bit. See how it's just taking some of that paint back from the edges? And of course it'll like dull it down. I don't know if that's the right term, but kind of dull it down if you go over the top. Okay, last one here. Good morning, Joe. Hello, Debbie. How's everybody doing? This is tiny. I'm gonna do it like this. This is all uneven, rough wood up here. And we're gonna try to glue, okay, I think that's it for this, guys. And we're gonna try to glue something, our roof to it. So I wanted to kind of rough that up a bit too. It's uneven enough. Okay, so we've just got some of all that. I think I should probably put the metal on next, then glue everything together, then antique wax. That way our glue holds up really good. Was my first adult hobby. Was it really? That's awesome, Brittany. It is fun so far. I mean, it's very nerve-wracking. Good morning, by the way. Good morning, Miss Donna girl. I'm glad you're doing good. Miss Lisa's here. Hi, everybody. Miss Patty, hey. But I think that's the order of operations here because all right, let's see. I got a bunch of sawdust right here. That thing's little but mighty. Look at all that sawdust. That's why we wear the mask. God nabbit, I just lost a door or something over there. Hold on. I did that earlier too. Oh, here it is. It's the same piece. This piece is trying to get away. All right. So then I was looking at some of the stuff that is rusted and crusted. I don't know if some of that stuff is thin enough for me to cut. Like, I will need a metal saw blade to do some of these thicker, like, screws and stuff. But, hold up. Hi, Miss Tina, how are you? Like a carpenter, that's right. I told my husband, I was like, if you ever need my help, you just let me know, sir. He's like, girl, you wouldn't last 5 minutes. Okay, so some of these are kind of thicker. I was trying to kind of cut them with like miter snips and electrical tools and things you should not be using. So I think I'm gonna try this. Shoot, I'm gonna have to put that back on. I think I'm gonna try this. And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna use the skinniest stuff that I have. Because what I really like is like the nail heads and the screw heads sticking out. So I might try like these little tinier ones. This I should be able to just get with these, I believe. Okay, yeah. So this is some sort of something that rusted and crusted we're gonna put on. And then I wanted a washer, and I like the color of this one. So I think that's good. And then I did grab some super skinny ones in case this doesn't work. So let's put this back on. Sorry guys, hold on. One more again. Thing does work though, I tell you what. Okay. Let's see. This is a little saw blade, so we'll see. It may or may not cut through that. I'm not sure. Okay. All right, we got our goggles on. Close enough. It's like coming up into my eyeballs. There we go. All right, I'm gonna try to cut this, but I don't know how it's gonna go. So, I think I might ought to hold it here. Woo! Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, guys. It's not really cutting into it at all. It did take the rust off, but then it stops. And this, I don't want to break it, so I'm gonna stop. So we'll just use some other things today. So let's see. Okay, so metal saw blade thingy needs to go on our list. Then we're gonna glue together. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so let me see. I do want this. We have 3 holes. We have one in our door, one in this addition, and one where? That's where the washer's going. Maybe we only had 2 holes. What's the front of this thing anyhow? This is the front, I believe. We might have just had 2 holes, y'all. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We had 2 over here. Okay. I gotcha. Now these ones are a little deeper. They're gonna hold these, okay? Because we're gonna put some laundry on the line. That's what those are gonna do. So, good morning, Miss Carol. How are you? Rusty and Crusty from a car. Fan blades from a car. Ooh, what, Lisa? I don't even know what those look like. I'll have to see. But I was gonna try to put this down there, but I don't think it's gonna work like that. So we're gonna put it on here. My mother-in-law just took down a fan and gave me the fan blades from that. I don't know if they look the same or different, but I was like, I don't know what I can do with those. And I know I've seen crafts before, but sometimes your brain just goes blank. I'm gonna put these in here. These are like just little prongs that I was able to cut with my miter snips. Okay, and then I'm going to clean this up because we don't want no puddles of glue. And then we'll set this to the side and do the other ones for a minute. Okay. All right, so now we'll have like a little area to hang a blanket on the line, okay? That's what we're calling that. All right, then we're gonna do a washer in the top of that. So then maybe this for right here, because I love that. Then I need something super, super skinny. I don't know if I'll be able to cut it, but let's try. Let's try. You might want to look away if this is gonna drive you nuts. Pliers or needle nose to hold the end of. Oh, thank you, Reggie. I appreciate that. Yes, I didn't even think of that. That's a fabulous idea. Look away, y'all. Look away. Don't do this. I don't know if it'll work or not. But I just wanted something cute. Ooh, I have an idea. Hold, please. Does this come off? Well, I don't know. I think it comes off. I don't know that it does, but I think it does. Why are nails so screws so strong? You would think they're using them to build houses. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Ooh, I got a whole tub of this rusty, crusty junk. All right. Actually, I have a little piece right here. All right, let's take some pliers. So these things right here, now I'm not going to be able to put it back in the same shape, but there was a bunch that were shaped kind of like this. Can y'all see? And when the husband got out from the fire pit a bunch of nails and screws and stuff, he also grabbed me those pieces. So let me see. I'm gonna try to hold it with one. How many pair of pliers do y'all use when you craft? Because I apparently need 17. I okay with that. Okay. All right. This could work for something. Can't tell if I love it or hate it, but it could work for something. Just didn't want it to be super sharp because I'm already going to have to deal with that. All right. And I think these will actually work for this. Okay. Okay, so I took that and cut it down and just kind of twisted it. Just kind of twisted it so that it wasn't super, super sharp like these are. And then we're going to dip our torch in and get fire. What's that from? Name that show. Okay. And it'll just add something. It'll make people go, what the heck is that? So that's good. I drilled a hole that I didn't need. There we go. Okay. So it just adds a little something, something up in there. And then we're going to glue this one on. Probably. There we go. On the high points here. Okay. I did do a lot of sanding. No, I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. I'm actually gonna dip this in. That's right, Lee. That's right, girl. That's my favorite show on earth. There's nothing that even comes close to that for me. Not even close. Not even close. It's so mesmerizing. And they're about to do their 50th season, and I'm still completely in awe of it. I love that show. Okay, so I don't want to like put it up because the tight bun needs time, but you know, something fun up there. And then let's try to put this on its side here. I think we said this was the front. I don't know anymore. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this here. I love the color of this. He grabbed all the washers, the bolts, anything he's seen in there. Ooh, a bolt would have been cool. Now, let me see. Oh. Okay, so then, where did I just put that print? Oh, here we go. I throw things when I'm not paying attention. We're gonna put this on there too. Okay, Reggie, they still haven't picked Cody yet. No, and he stopped applying. Like, his back has really been hurting him. Like 6 or 8 months ago is when I think it started. He has a slip disc, and there's not much they can do for it except these like epidural type injections, and sometimes they work and usually they don't. So I think he's had about all those he can do. He's done therapy, he's done chiro, and he's done these injections, and now he's about to just start going back to the chiropractor. I don't know. All right, let me set that to the side. Let me get some doors glued on next while that's setting up here. So point is he did not reapply. So you know I did, right? Because I'm like, I got this. And I have stressed to the max ever since reapplying that they're actually going to call. And I don't want to go because I like my coffee. And I am not... I don't know how to say it, but I don't want to find out who I become without my coffee and having to be social. Does that make sense? And having to deal with heights. But we might find out. We don't know. We don't know. So if I disappear for 50 days, you know. Good morning, Patricia. The guy that's who's the survivor has a really good podcast. Oh, Jeff does? I should have probably guessed that. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I did not realize. But I don't listen to that type, I guess. Like, I wasn't trying to seek those types of things out. So maybe that's why it hasn't popped up for me. But I'll have to search for him. I love him. And I don't remember if it was season 8 or 9. But you know I've seen every season 17 times, right? And one of the seasons, he's in a brown cowboy hat with a brown button-up shirt. And that's the day I fell in love. I was like, oh, yes, please, sir. And he's never done it again. Why? He's trying to piss me off, I think. I don't know. Okay. So, let's do this. And then we're just going to kind of scrape this on. This is a roof. So we're just trying to make it kind of look aged and old. and Rusty Crusty. But he's also very, like, from what I can, obviously you don't ever know somebody, right, that's famous. You barely ever know half the people in your life that well, but he seems like a good dude. And I like the conversations that he has and stuff on there. So, okay, let's see. I did all 4 sides of that. Okay, so this is going to be our little roof for our addition. Got it. And this is going to be our little door. And it looks like I already kind of put some stuff and some things on that, but there we go. We'll age it up just a bit more. Good morning, Miss Bonnie. How are you? Good morning, Miss April. I'm trying not to get sawdust in my mouth here. Okay, so let's do that. I just put that right in there. Hold, please. Hold, please. And I'm going to need a whole lot more of this. Okay. So yeah, I applied again, and I was like, oh man, I do it every time. Every time I apply, I stress out. Because I'm like, well, don't actually call though, because I don't know if I can do it. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this. But I know for a fact, and I know what this is going to sound like, and I don't care. I know for a fact, good morning, Miss Carol, Reggie, that if my husband went on it, okay, he would win. I know for a fact. In my bones, I know that. Because of all of the things that you need to win. The only thing that would be hard for him is going without food. Because my man do love his food. But he doesn't drink coffee. He has the type of personality that's very like laid back and easygoing. So people just kind of easily click with him. He's a great listener. He pays attention to detail. He's really good at puzzles. He's very just naturally athletic, and he's not afraid of heights. Like, I'm like, sir, could you please go on there? But I think with like the shelter and the food, I think those 2 things would be the hardest for him. Other than that, he would win. If he could get past all of that, he'd win. I know he would. That's why I force him to apply every year. Because I'm such a good wife. Okay, so let's rough this up a bit and rough this up a bit. And then we're going to do what? We're going to put this on here. He could swim. I feel, okay, has anybody even ever watched it? Because if you have and you know who, oh gosh, what's his name? Is the teddy bear that I love? Rupert. If you know who Rupert is, he's been on several times, and he's kind of got that personality, but Rupert's older. But my husband is a lot like that. I think he would really thrive. You guys, look at our sweet little addition. That's so cute. Okay, then what do we do? Do we already mess this up? I don't know. Ooh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so we just kind of dimmed it down, dulled it up. I don't know. Hello, Deb. How are you? She called me sweetheart, y'all. She called me sweetheart in my paint covered mess. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna do a door. Oh, I have a window missing. We shall see if that ever resurfaces, but we're gonna do a door. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. Do a little door. A sweet little door. Okay, let me see here. Stay still, sir. Okay. Oh, the roof. I'm gonna do the roof. Okay. Got it. We're gonna put our little roof on. I don't know why I'm obsessed with these little houses, but I truly am. I think they're the cutest thing ever invented. Okay. And then, I just need like a clean spot to work. We're going to lay this flat because this is going to be up against a house. So we want it to like lay flat. This piece needs to move up. You need to move your butt there. Okay, perfect. Yes, we are making a tiny house. So we're doing like our doors and roofs right now, but that's our little house. We're doing our like little outbuildings and additions and all that crap. This is the mud room. That's what we're calling that. Okay. Then this is the addition. It's fancy. Then right now, let me switch over to, this is our shed. This is our just go with it, Deb. Just go with it. This is our shed. It's gonna be fabulous. I should do this over here so that I quit having a blow on my table. Okay. Now this little shed has like an angled top there, and it's not even, so I'm just going to do the best I can. We're just gonna pray about that one. Okay. And what? What is the bottom? Here is the bottom. Here it is, the bottom. I think, okay, so I have things to tell you. Okay. Had a dream that I met you in person. Mary Jane. Actually, you saw me and said hello first as if you know me. That's awesome. Of course I would. Right? Because you'd be wearing exactly what you're wearing in your profile picture and you'd be with that man. So, duh. It's adorable. Aw, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Duh. I'd be like, girl, where you been? Okay, hold on a minute. So again, this is going to be up against a house. So I want to kind of make sure it's butt up against the house. We had a window, y'all. And whenever I was throwing things around, I must have lost our window. It's fine. I mean, it was just made out of scrap wood, I suppose, right? All right. Then we're going to rough up our door. This is our little shed door. Did you see it? Did you miss it? Thank you for sharing me. I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes when like regular people come on here and they've changed their profile picture, I'm like, who's that? Because I'm so used to seeing the same stuff. All right, I centered both of those. Let's go crazy, shall we? And put this on the edge. Okay, let me see. Where's my fabric? Oh, there it is. Okay. Because we're going to hang a blanket later. We have things to do. Places to be. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's our little shed. There's our little sweet shed. Stop. That's so cute. All right. Let me spend 2 seconds trying to locate our window. And if not, cry and figure out our next move in life. Where could you have flung off to, ma'am? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know. Let's see. But this was the bottom of it. That much I know. That's a door. This could work. This could work. Oh, hold up. Okay, first let's get this glued on too because it'll need some time. I don't know how well any of this is gonna stay, but okay, so we're using this sticky tile. This one I got from Home Depot. It's possible that they sell at other places too, Mary Jane. It's possible that they sell at other places too. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna use that for our roof. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. And then because it's like sticky tile and I had to wrestle it, oh, I should have probably put this on the actual wood, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Ay, ay, ay. You live and you learn, right? And I'm trying not to get it too close to the edges because we ain't trying to be dealing with puddles and squishing out. Now, does tight bond quick and thick hold tile to wood? We're going to find out together because I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to get everything glued first, then we'll add antiquing wax, and then I think it'll all come together because right now this house is super bright and it's driving me nuts. Okay, absolutely nuts. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see. So we need to grab more. We had a whole thing of rubber bands, but somewhere along the way of life we lost them, and we need to grab more. But for now, I do have this one. Okay, Alana was looking for me the other day. All right, don't break on me, don't break on me. Behave yourself. Okay, and then I'm gonna set it down because I want these to be flush with the back. Okay, and nothing I do is ever perfect, so that's fine. But you see where we're going with that there? With the hot pink thing, do you see it? And then we're gonna hang our little laundry from there. Okay, now while all that's happening, let's do a window real quick because I really kind of was planning on that window now. Now, what color did I do it? Black, probably, right? Yeah, because then we're gonna outline it white. Yeah. Yep. I remember where I was going with all this now. Yes, I do. And this one. We're just gonna do this here. Now you can make like little houses and put like somebody's house number on there. I think that'd be cute, or last name. Excuse me. It'd be really cute to do one of these hanging out and like kind of like hanging down with like a business name on it or something, or just like bakery or cafe, or I mean, even that would be adorable. There's all different things that I have seen others do, but I'm trying to think. Oh, a lot of them are like they're on driftwood and they're like beach shoreline scenes, which I love those. I'm obsessed with, there's like 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. Elena Art Guard these are on Instagram, and I haven't tried to locate them on Facebook, so I should try to see if they are, but I don't know. But Elena Art Guard does a lot of beautiful things like this. Driftwood White Sea does, and Driftwood Lab does. So I have been obsessing over their pages. Okay, now let's go ahead and dry this. You could do like a little, my mother-in-law and I were talking, and you could do like a little, what is it called? Almost like a Main Street view, you know? Hi, Christine, how are you, girl? Where did you get the house from? We made this out of scrap wood, 2x4, and then the roof is this peel and stick tile from Home Depot, and they could sell it other places. I only like, they have a ton of options. I just like this because it's got like some rusty crusty pieces. Like, oh, I love it. Love it. I think it's so pretty, and you could do several houses with those. Okay. All right. Now I got this dried, I think a little bit-ish. And I'm gonna take this and kind of dim it down because it's got to match the rest of the house, right? Okay, so see how it just kind of like aged it up a bit. Good. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the sides too because I'm crazy. I have no excuse. Okay. And then what I want to see if it will look good, because this I have not seen someone do, but it's in my head and I feel like it would look fabulous. So we'll find out. Some people, well, most people do their windows on these things black with a white outline. And then I've also seen like a yellow and orange, almost like the light is on, look. And that might have been what sparked this idea of like, what if you, hold on a second. Like, what if you had a glow in there, but it was more of a faint glow, less bright? I don't know how I'm trying to say. Something like that, right? Let me dry this real quick. And then, ooh, let's see. There we go. So see how it's kind of got like that, could be a light on or not, I don't know, but it's kind of got like a little glow. Maybe there's a candle lit in this house. I don't know. And then it kind of has like the metallic feel to where like windows, like they shine, right? So hello Jules, how are you, girl? Thank you for sprinkling. So we'll see. I don't know if I love it or hate it, but we'll get it on here and see if it goes with this style type of house. That's what was in my head to try. And I probably ought to. Okay, there we go. And this is gonna be our little doofloppy. Okay, then let's grab a white marker. I hope I can get this to work. Sometimes the whites are a little weird. If I can get my finger in there. Hello, Miss Karen. How are you, girl? Let me just shake this for 7 minutes. We're getting our little buildings together. We've got some rusty, crusty metal on here. We've got some wood roofs and doors. And then we're gonna put them, we got some sticky tile on our roof here and a washer. And I cannot forget about the laundry thing. And then, let's see. Where am I at? Who am I? What is going on? Let me see. I need paper. Not gonna be able to see it on this. It's coming. Aha. I don't know how I'm gonna do this so tiny and straight, but here we go. I might have to use paint. I don't know if I have enough patience for this. It's always the white one, no matter what brand. Actually, I will say this, you guys, the Dollar General brand, that white marker, that white paint marker, actually, ooh, diamond art. This is our last nice day, and then it's supposed to rain for like 7 days. The Dollar General brand paint marker that was white actually did work. I should ought to go back there and get me one, because every other brand, I've only tried 2 or 3 other brands, but you know, the other brands that I've tried have not worked, and it's just the white. The other colors seem to work. Okay. And it could be user error, so that's always an option. Okay, close enough, okay? I'm done. I'm over it. That's our window. I'm gonna go ahead and dry it. Go ahead and dry it. Okay, so metal saw blade is something that we need to think about when we get this saw. Now I'm drying this, and then I don't think I'm going to sand it back. I think when we add antique wax, we'll make sure we get some on the window, and hopefully not on the gold rub and buff, but like on the white part, so that we can age it to the rest of the house, if that makes sense. But I don't need to do that now because I want to get everything glued first. I need to stop. Let's see. I bought some of those Posca pins. They're expensive and they dripped. Oh no. Hold the tip down for a few seconds. Oh, okay. Yeah, you saw me, right? I could be very impatient. I'm working on that. I'm working on it. All right, I'm just gonna leave this on here while I work on the front of the house. Where's me at? Oh, here we go. Just gonna rough that up just a teeny weeny. I'm gonna rough this back here up. Okay. I don't know if this is even still usable. Oh, maybe it is. We shall see. Okay, so tomorrow, you guys, before I forget again to tell you, tomorrow I will be live. It's going to be kind of early. It's like a bonus live this week. There's a special theme in Craft on the Clock. It's a what is it called? A Dollar Tree theme day. And I wanted to do it because I have a lot of Dollar Tree things, and I don't typically use Dollar Tree things much anymore. So I kind of need to. And, so I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be at 7:45 a.m. Eastern time, so it's a little bit early, but whenever you wake up, maybe there'll be a, thank you, Mary Jane. Maybe there will be a new video to watch. Okay. I think that's goodish. And then I'm going to put our window up here. Now, if this was like a little bakery, if this is a little bakery, let me say one thing at a time. I could put it like down here. You could do a big window, like maybe one like this size. And you could do like a 9 square grid window and do all that and have a little bakery sign, all that, okay? Now this, because I cut one of these down, it might have been this one actually. I cut one of these down, right? It was a square and it's got a rough edge. I'll be putting that rough edge toward the outside where it's visible for 2 reasons. It's going to hold my glue better if it's smooth back here, or if it's flush. And I like the rustic-y vibe. And then our sun is going to come from the top. So wherever I put that gold is going to go toward the top. And then wherever I have that more black area will be toward the bottom. Because this could be sun or light. You don't know. You don't know my life. So we're going to do that there. Let me see. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Lamp wheel add-ons. Yes. I have bought like Hobby Lobby stuff too, especially like clearance. But mostly I'm like yard sales, thrift stores, clearance items, you know what I mean? But when I first started out crafting, I mean, Dollar Tree was where I went because I knew I was going to ruin most of my items. So I just wanted like cheap stuff. But then I discovered that you can get high quality items for almost the same amount of money. Hold on, let me pay attention to my light now. From yard sales and thrift stores. So now I'm not measuring or making sure it's straight, but you could totally do that. So I've been doing more of that and I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm putting this like this. I don't know why I didn't paint that, but that's what I'm doing. Dagnabbit. This is a brown little, you know, thing, but I'm gonna do the bottom just because it's very bright and I don't want it sticking out. Have a puddle. There we go. So I'm gonna see what I still have from Dollar Tree, because I feel like I'm always like, no, not that, not that, not that, when I see my Dollar Tree stuff. And just because I did so much of it at the beginning. There's nothing wrong if that's what you have or what you like to do or what you can afford to do or whatever. But yeah, I haven't done much of it. So I'm like, that'd be a good idea to like use some of that stuff up. Okay. And a lot of it I got for the kids too. And they have been so busy with school and life that they don't craft as often anymore down here. But they both came down here last week, you guys. It was so cute. I had one sitting at this table and one sitting at that table. And they both crafted down here for like an hour or two while I got pictures done and reels scheduled and paintbrushes washed. It made the heart happy. Okay. All right. So I just have, that's like the front of our little house. I'm going to try to lay it back flat pretty quick here. I really kind of need to take the rest of this off now. I guess what I could do to give this another couple minutes to dry is cut our little thing, our little laundry for here, okay? I could do that. Fasting Claudia, give me some. Yeah. Oh yeah, estate sales too. Yep. Yeah, I think, and I'm sure like I was also very into, I was learning a lot, which is why I did Dollar Tree stuff. But like, I feel like even with styles, you know what I mean? Like there's been times where I've been super into shabby stuff or super into primitive stuff and dirtying everything up I've seen. Hold on, let me talk and do. And it doesn't really have to match the house, right? But I'm crazy, so it does. I think like these. Okay, we'll start here and see how far we get in life. Oh, a little banner would be cute. That'd be cute. But so, you know, I think I'm just kind of over it because I did it a lot in the past. And I'm sure I'll circle back around and love it. But I had to start staying out of there, y'all. I was getting myself in trouble. Oh no, we're doing like one item here, y'all. One item is all it's going to take. You know, I think I'm going to do this. I love this fabric from Hobby Lobby. We had coffee stained it a while back. So it actually comes a little lighter than this. And then you have to coffee stain it if you want. Hi, honey. My phone's on Do Not Disturb. She's like, yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good idea, Karen. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know if it messed up or not, but usually no, that's okay, babe. Thank you, Miss Julie girl. That's okay. My phone's on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Get my life together here. We're finishing up our cute house. Finishing up our cute house, babe. Don't you just love it? He's working on a real house and I'm building a fake one. It's fine. I kind of want this to stay replicable. Let me think here. I want it longer than that. So I'm going to have to do this. And I'm going to try to rip as much of this as I can because I like that look. And then it's skinnier, so then I'm going to have to cut it too right here. did it. Sometimes I don't do it. All right, this is our blanket, okay, for the inside bed now. So that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. Do I need to cut off maybe a butt hair more? Just a little, just a wee little bit. See the beginning of all. Oh, thank you, Mary Jane. No problem, girl. And so Tuesdays live is when we started this craft, just so you know. Hold on, I'm shaking. But I didn't want to like finish it without y'all because some people like to see things done like from start to finish. And I've got it so close that it won't actually rip for me, so I'm just gonna have to do it this way. So I got back on here to finish it today together so that people could see every step if they needed to. I'll tell you what, it took me a minute, y'all, before I could find people actually doing some tutorials on these, and I still haven't necessarily found that. But I found more in-depth videos than I was finding at the beginning, now that the algorithm knows what I like to see. All right, that's what we're gonna have. That's what you get, you don't throw a fit. And once we get some antique wax on here, the coffee stain on hither will look fabulous, okay? So there's that. Now I really kind of need to take this off so that I can finish building this. Okay, this is what we have right now. I mean, it's cute just like that too, but I had to be crazy. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. And if one of these comes loose, this one's a little wiggly. That one's good. Oh, that ain't the right side. If one of these comes loose, I'll add a little bit of hot glue and some Tite Bond and do it that way, okay? Now let me see here. And I'm gonna just kind of set these because I don't want to really move them too much there and try to get this on. We'll see how that works for my life. I feel like that might be enough. If not, we got more. Okay. Let me just put that in my armpit so that I can do this. Okay. Okay. Now I do need to stand it here. Trying to have it off center. Now, let me see. I think this is what I want to do. Okay, now, I can go here and still get my building down here. So that's what I'm gonna do just to kind of hold this one in place for a second. And I'll show you guys all this up close too. Because this one's gonna have to be more centered, so I wanted that off center, okay. Let me blow on the sanding sponge. That makes sense. Okay. We'll learn as we go. There are easier ways to do some of this stuff. Okay. Let's see. Whoop. I'm gonna need more of this, just like a drop. I kind of want to put it, oh, that actually adhered better than I thought it did. Because with the plaster and stuff, it's a textured surface. So you really want to make sure you got it on there good. All right, now that I've got that done, let's see if we can move this down by the door. move this down by the shed. Okay. And then, so we've got our little addition. We've got our little door and our window. We've got our little shed. The last thing we want to do is, you know, add fabric, because why not now? Why not the last second of the project? And then I think, let me think. Hold on, don't be looking at my PJ shorts now. That ain't nice. I can hear the judgment. Okay. So I've got this rusty wire from Amazon. This one's super thin, which is why I think it'd be good for this. So, I've got dried glue everywhere. So, let's see here. How in the heck do I come up with? And then, don't I have wire cutters? Yes, I do. I might only need this, so maybe I should just start here and not unwind a bunch of it. Yeah, I might only need this, y'all. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to show y'all this without ruining it. And don't want to lose that. Hold, please. Okay, listen. This is what we got. Never come up with something. I mean, to be fair, I seen these on Instagram and I just fell in love. I'm still in love with them, y'all. Okay, and let me see. So now, which one of these are smaller? But yes, like then you take it and you find, here they are. You take it and you find what your style is. You know what I mean? And I've seen all kinds of pretty style. There's ones that are super clean and nice looking. And then there's ones that are dirtier than mine looking. I swear, I promise. I'm not lying. Okay. So I'm just making a little loop here. I don't know what in the heck y'all can see, but just teeny. And this is why I think if I do any more of these, it might be on a quick video, just so y'all can actually see overhead a little better. Okay. Let me put this inside so it doesn't poke nobody. I need a magnifying glass. All right, so there's that. Oh my goodness, just wait. Then we're gonna take this one and do the same thing. I'm just kind of twirling it a little bit, just to kind of tuck it in on itself so that it can hang on those two things. I think maybe one more. Okay, let me see. This is the cutest thing in the world. Y'all need to make one. Hang on. This one is fabulous. This one needs to get its butt in there. Okay. Okay. And I've been looking, Deb, at all the houses all around me. And my girlfriend, my sister-in-law, actually brought up a really cute idea. She was like, do your own house. And then you can even show, like when you present it, right? In photos or whatever, you can even show like, look, this is what my house looks like. And this is what I did. Hold on a minute. There we go. And I was like, that is a super cute idea. So I actually took pictures of my house all around the other day, because that way I would see where things stick out, where things are. And I could literally go off of that. So that might be a good place to start if you don't really know what to build. And then, like I said, like some main streets. I live in a town. I don't remember the year that it was discovered now, but it's a pretty old town. And it might be, let's see. It was a village when I first moved there. Now, let me see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Nobody move. Nobody move. I don't really know exactly. Let me think. So, okay. This is the shape I have if anybody ever does like want to make something like this, right? This is the shape I have. I just twirled it on both ends. Now, I think what I ought to do is I'm gonna add the blanket first. The blanket's still too big, y'all. It's still too big. Hold on, I got an idea. I'm gonna add a blanket first. Oh my goodness. And then, okay, so we got this. Here's the plan. I don't know the plan, hold on. That ain't gonna work, that's all dry. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm trying to make it to where y'all can see, but it's very hard. I'm gonna add a little bit of Tite Bond here. And I'm just gonna kind of spread her out on the inside of my thing, of my blanket. And then I'm gonna put it on my thing here. And you know how like blankets kind of wrinkle and maybe sometimes, maybe this is a king bed, y'all don't know. So maybe that's why it's so big, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of put it on there. And now I've got my two little things there that I can hook it on. Now here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you put some hot glue right like down just a notch, then that's so big. Ooh, nobody move. Stay. I feel like if you put hot glue here and here, like down, not at the very tippy top, you might ought to be able to not see it once you put the blanket on. So I'm gonna try it, and if I hate it, that might be too bad, we'll see. Let's see. Oh my Lord. Magnifying glass going on the list. Let's see. Okay. Now, let me grab one of these, because the hot glue drop is actually huge compared to this. There we go. And I just got off like the glob part, so that all we're left with is that. Okay. This is a wonky honky donkey mess, but we got it. I think I'll just leave it like that. Oh. Okay, new plan. All right. Then we're going to put some Tite Bond. I love Tite Bond, y'all. It's a lifesaver, I swear it is. Where'd my thing go? I'm gonna put some Tite Bond on here, and I'm gonna just kind of flatten it out. And then I'm gonna put my little thing on here. Let me see. How stinking adorable. I'm gonna dry this to see if it's gonna be clear or not. Not honestly sure. I don't want it moving backwards. I'm just kind of holding it in place and drying that. Antique wax, y'all, and then this is done. Okay. All right. Still am scared to take that off, so let's just leave it for a second until my heart feels good about it. Okay, so we've got our little stuff here. What did I just do? Oh, this. So there we go. We've got our little blanket hanging. I'm hoping as that dries, it gets more and more clear. It looks like it's starting to, so I feel pretty good about it. All right. Then we're going to take some what? Some wax. And this here with a flag. Oh, yes. Dogs are, oh my gosh, yes. That would be stinking adorable. Yeah, I was thinking a banner earlier, but I like the flag idea. We're not doing that. This is pretty soft. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna use the brown one, but you can do black, you can do white wax if you have it. I don't know if I have it yet. Yes, I do have it now. But I think I would like the white wax on a darker colored place. This is pretty light for me, so I want to sort of darken it up. Now remember here, I'm going to try to stay off my gold rub and buff. And I'm just going to try to age that window frame a little bit. And it's going to look bad before we blend it. It'll look really dark and crazy, but it'll get better. Okay. And let's see. I love the flag idea. You guys, and it's like patriotic season. What am I doing? I'm gonna see what happens when you add it to this, because I wouldn't mind that being darker either. And then around those edges. And where we kind of sanded and put some grooves in here, it'll sort of catch in certain places. I know this took probably a long time. I don't know how long I've been on today. I know I did a 45-minute segment on Tuesday. And so I would say this took, what, at least 2 hours? Because I'm sure I've been on here at least an hour now. I'm going to have to take this off. Take it off. Nobody fall. For the love. Everybody stay put. I got to keep my one, what's that called? Rubber band over there. But I think that it was really therapeutic and fun to make, because there's shapes of all kinds, sizes. You could do a teeny tiny house. Okay, I saw a couple weeks ago where somebody posted, and I haven't sent it. I don't know, but I will try to find it. Somebody posted a little like succulent or terrarium or something, and they had teeny tiny little houses in it. How cute would that be? Or you could do huge ones and, you know, like set like a big boulder house in your garden or something. I don't know. But I wanted to start off smallish, because when you're new at something, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make a big old huge one. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of throw some wax, you know, wherever our house has weathered. Now, people paint on their windows too. You could do this anyhow you want. Okay. I think that's pretty good from the front view. We're going to still blend, however, usually I'm not this careful with it. But the tight bond is still drying in some places, and I'm scared. I don't want to get this far and mess it up. It's beautiful. Okay. Now we'll blend in a second. I'm going to move on. And we'll come back. So it's just going to look rough for a minute. I need to see a pic of, yes, I'll have to send that to you, because it was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. Let me see. And like I said, I know these are time consuming, but they are so beautiful to me. And I don't know why. It's just houses. It's just houses. And I've seen some people do like cafes or bakeries. I don't know why I'm so intrigued by this, but I love it. Okay. I'm also trying to be mindful of like the fact that I won't be able to get in here with a huge, like with a paper towel. So I gotta place it to where I can at least get in there with a brush. So I'm not putting a ton like up under there. I'm gonna put a little bit on the roofs, but not a lot. Okay. gonna go to the back. I don't even know what I have going on the front anymore. Yeah, they were like 1 or 2 inch little houses on the terrarium succulent thingy. And I was like, that's adorable. You could put them under a little cloche if you did like faux terrarium or faux succulents, whatever. Oh, I love where we put the grooves and it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. Okay. But I think next week I want to try to do, tomorrow we're going to do something with Dollar Tree items. I need to figure out which item. And the next week I think I want to do some painting and a thrift flip. Maybe we'll paint on a thrift flip. I don't know. But if you guys have heard of gorgeous, aw, thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. If you guys have heard of Canterbury Cottage, I really love her thrift flips because she's fun and she like shows how she places it in her home too. I really like that. So she's got me wanting to do thrift flips now. And then I just watched Bridgerton, so I got a bunch of pretty stuff in my head. Okay. Now let's turn her one more time. And then we shall blend. So old rusty crusty house. But their blanket is clean and being air dried, so that's good. I'm trying to go different ways so it looks genuine, more genuine. Okay. Let's see. Did I get back here? Yeah. Okay, so it always looks crazy, right? So it's pretty dark and muddy looking. Now we are going to blend. Hello, Miss Lori. Thanks, girl. First starter house. That's right. This poor thing's been beat up and brought back and beat up again. I don't know that there's going to be much I can do with this, but I see it. I like to use these. I'm going to grab a paper towel too. And I'm just going to go through here. Now, if anywhere you got on too much, you can use some clear wax to rub it off if you don't like it. I think I glued all this stuff on first, right? So I can be a little, I think I'm fine blending this. And when you start to blend it, the like harshness sort of fades away and it really does look more authentic. Okay. Now, this. I'm gonna put I'm gonna touch like the inside of that washer, only because the inside of it where you could see the paint was still super bright. So that way it kind of blends in with the rest of the project here. Okay, so then, did I get everywhere before I show you? I feel like I did. Okay, so see how it just starts to kind of come together and feel more cohesive or genuine? I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Okay, let's go this way. This little blanket is making my heart so happy. So stinking cute. Okay. Whoop. Don't mess anything up. Okay. So it's just gonna start to kind of come together. So instead of like this harshness, it sort of softens it. I don't know, but I love it. Okay, and then let's put this here. Old coastal house, yes. You know that's always on my mind. Consciously, subconsciously, all of it. I am really loving the maroon with light blue and the like mustard yellow. I was saying the other day, it kind of reminds me of like when I went to Arizona. That was a lot of the stuff you've seen in the shops. So I don't know if it's just something about that. Like when summer hits, that's just what I thought of this year. And I do love, man, I need to book a cruise, y'all. I miss cruising. We haven't cruised, well, I did go on a cruise with my sister-in-law, but me and my husband haven't cruised since before COVID. And I really want to go, but I kind of want to take my kids too. And it's like, it like triples the price when you add 3 kids. So maybe I don't want to go that bad. But it kind of does remind me of when you pull up to like a new area. Okay, so I got some clear wax on there and I just want to lighten this up a tad. And that'll take off some of that brown wax for me. Just so it's not as totally dark. I'm trying to be gentle only because of all the stuff I have glued right now. Okay. I want to book a cruise. Whenever you pull up, there's always like, you know, they show you at these ports like the best, their best of their little land, right? That's where all the touristy shops are and whatever. And it kind of looks like, yeah, like something that would be sitting there up on the shoreline as a little house or a little business. And they always have fun colors. Somebody in my town just painted their house pink. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. So, you guys, you never know what people are going to love and hate. And so that's why I finally decided, I mean, that's why I just do what I like. Because you can't always please everyone, right? Some stuff might be a little too weird or out there, but some stuff people will also like. Okay. It's kind of fun to like find your style and what you like. Dang brushes. I'm using makeup brushes. That's what I get. Okay. Now, let me see here. I'm going to try to see. This is what I was saying. Let me try to get in there with something like this. It's a little more narrow. And I'm just trying to blend that wax that I put in there. Leave it out. I'm sure you could use hot glue too, guys. Hot glue is really good with wood, especially if you're using a good hot glue. And so I'm sure you could. Stay. Let's see. It's funny how small this is and how much time and effort you put into it. But yeah, I think like a little house number or a business name or just like even a word like bakery or cafe or something would be cute. What else? You could like hang something similar to this and like put like a little piece of wood or whatever and do somebody's last name. You could do a little birdhouse would be cute. I'll tell you what, y'all, I was trying to do a birdhouse and I could not get it cut tiny enough to be proportionate in my eyes, so I didn't add it, but you could do a little birdhouse. You could also have, oh, it'd be cool to like do like a porch on one of these. But, or like paint on your windows or have another building coming out of the back or an addition coming out of the back. So many ways. So many ways. That's all I've been doing is snapping pictures of houses as I'm going by to start to see like the kind of shapes that they use. and that I would want to see. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, you guys. We've got some fabric, we've got some metal, some wood, some tile. I think we got it covered. I think that's everything I wanted to do. I believe so. Yes I do. All right, so there's the front, y'all. It's cute even just from the front, even with all this stuff hanging off the side. And then there's our little addition. And I love these for the roof. And what I used was my things here, which you probably shouldn't do. But if you have like tile cutters, I would use those because see how it's not even? You know, I love that, but if you wanted it even, you wouldn't want to do that. And then there's the back. It's kind of plain and simple. We could have done more with the back. I just ran out of brain power. And then there is the front with our sweet little blanket and shed hanging off. And here is the front again. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me see. Did I ever blend this out up here? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But let's make sure that we do. Okay, yeah, now I can see it. So now we've got our gold rub and buff peeking through. We put it towards up here. We left down here dark. And it's just so stinking cute. You guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for our Dollar Tree craft tomorrow morning. We have a special live tomorrow morning at 7:45 Eastern time. And Craft on the Clock, they're going to do a whole day worth of Dollar Tree crafts. So you can kind of use up your supplies and see some different ideas. Thank you, Deb. And then Tuesday and Thursday of next week, I'm thinking painting. I'm thinking thrift flip, or maybe painting on a thrift flip if I can find something. I got a million things in here. So thank you, Shanna. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you again for hanging out. I will see y'all tomorrow morning, and we'll see what we get into with Dollar Tree stuff, okay? You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.